Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? So I just got through watching a good fight. Matter of fact, it was a great fight between Edgar Berlanga and Steve Rose. Edgar Berlanga, he did enough to win the fight. I believe they're going to give him the fight. I believe the fight is going to be a unanimous decision victory for Edgar Berlanga. I believe he wins unanimous decision over Steve Rose. Steve Rose had moments in the fight he was doing good. I gave him, some people probably may have given him 3 rounds. I've given him 4 rounds. I can say Edgar Berlanga won the 10th round, but I can say before the 10th round, I gave like 4 rounds to Steve Rose. The jab. He was just hitting Edgar Berlanga with those the jab to the body, the jabs to the head. His jab was so accurate. His jab was like Steve Rose, for a guy his age, and for a veteran, he has a very solid jab, and the jab was very effective, was very accurate, and he was hitting Edgar Berlanga with very good jabs. It was a few good shots, a few good counter shots he was able to land. They was exchanging, throwing combinations. He was just basically, Steve Rose was basically trying to outbox Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga in the 6 rounds I gave him, in the 6 rounds I gave him, he was most definitely more effective, more accurate. I like the effective aggressiveness. I like the applying pressure, coming on strong with the combinations, with the counter, with the counter punching, digging down to the body, going back upstairs to the head. Like he was just slightly more accurate, slightly more effective, slightly more effective in 6 rounds, in the 6 rounds I gave him, but in a way it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but it was a good performance by Steve Rose. He came to fight for a guy's age, a veteran in the game. It was most definitely a challenge, a very competitive challenge, and very challenging and competitive fight for the younger fighter, for Edgar Berlanga. He's still undefeated. He just won a unanimous decision. It was a okay win. It's some things he has to work on. I know he's still young. He has more room to evolve, to transform, to add some adjustments to his game, and to progress and become a better fighter, an elite level, world-class fighter. But he did enough to win tonight. He won a unanimous decision, and so it was a solid win. I can't say spectacular win, or it was some moments where, like I said, Steve Rose was most definitely, outboxing him, outlanding him, and I gave him 4 rounds, in a 10-round fight, and he most definitely did his thing, and he came to fight, and he showed the younger fighter that, listen, I'm coming to fight. I'm coming to show you that I have experience, that I'm a tough, solid veteran, that can box, that thinking man fighter, a pure boxer, more of a pure boxer, technical brawler. Edgar Berlanga, this is a learning experience. I believe he gets better. He learns from a solid veteran like, Steve Rose, and he gets better. He learns from a fighter that possesses the style of a Steve Rose. He learns. It's just a learning experience. He's only going to get better. But he did enough to win. He wins by unanimous decision. It was a good fight, really good fight. Much love and respect to both gladiators and warriors. Congratulations to Edgar Berlanga with the unanimous decision victory over Steve Rose. Andrew Tucker World, I'm out. Much love and respect.